Hey everyone, it's Fred Becker and here with another magic moment, and I want to show you probably my favorite routine that Bobbie and I have ever performed together. Now just a little background on this, there's a couple layers that I want you to know about before you watch it. Ever since I was a kid dreaming about being a magician, there was sort of two effects really that I wanted to master. The first one that I did perform was that ring trick. You know the one, it's called the linking rings, and it's where the magician somehow can pass those solid steel hoops through each other, making a chain and pulling them back out again. Just a trick I really wanted to do, and that's what I did. But the one that was a little more out of reach for me as a young person was levitation. Now, I've spent a lot of time studying levitation and trying to recreate that illusion. And ultimately, you know, the image in my mind as a young person was the magician on stage floating his assistant. Yeah, I went to work trying to make that happen, and I really only cracked it when I met Bobbie. And it's because she could help me tell the story that I really wanted to tell with it. Because she's from musical theater, she could add this entire different approach and excitement to the trick that I couldn't do on my own. I always like the people on stage with me to be a personality and not a prop. So the fact that I met her and she could bring her talents to the trick really made all the difference. The idea of being able to levitate, to defy gravity, one of the great immutable laws of being a human, and to be able to sort of take flight, is just this great fantasy, which I'll show you in just a moment how we presented it. It's also sort of a metaphor for overcoming things that seem impossible. So Bobbie, coming from musical theater, was able to marry that idea with the levitation with a song from the musical Wicked, which hopefully you're very familiar with. A little bit of defiance in this trick, where it's like, oh yeah, it's impossible, watch me do it. And I like that. I kind of like that. I was always told, hey, magic is a great hobby, but you'll never make a career out of it. One quick note about the video though before we get started. I lost a hard drive, and I lost the backup of that hard drive, and I'm missing a bunch of video that I've collected through the years, so I don't have very good source material to show you this routine. What you're about to see is sort of a patchwork of different performances that we did that are sort of stuck together, and I apologize for that in advance. Please be forgiving, but you know, one of them's just somebody in the audience holding their camcorder up and somebody's head's in the way, and another one was on a tripod but from a weird angle or was a little out of focus. I tried to stitch it together so that you could get the feel of what the routine looks like from beginning to end, even though I didn't have a solid video that takes us from beginning to end, if you follow my thoughts here. It also features Bobbie and her vocals. There's parts of this she's not real happy with me showing because she's done it much better other times, but we don't have recordings of that. But I think it sounds beautiful. So here you go. Enjoy this, and if you liked it, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, don't say anything at all. But I want to show you something that I dreamed about doing as a kid. The wonderful thing about being a magician is that there are no limitations. It's all about your imagination, and nothing really is impossible. So with that in mind, let me show you this piece of magic.